So in this video, we are going to learn how to save new Signwell events to Google Sheet. Now suppose guys, if you're using Signwell application in your business on your day-to-day work, this automation is going to help you a lot. So using this automation, whenever an event is going to get captured or an event is going to get happen in our Signwell account, automatically the details of that particular event will be added as a new row in our Google Sheet. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Signwell to Google Sheets. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Signwell account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that whenever an event occurs in our Signwell account, the details of that newly captured event, newly happened event will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those new event details to Google Sheet and add that data as a new row over there. So let's see how it is done. Now here in our trigger window in Choose App, search for Signwell. Just select it. And after this, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select Event Capture as the trigger event. After selecting a trigger event, just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Signwell account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key and the domain of our Signwell account. Now here you must be thinking how you can get this API key of your Signwell account. So you just have to follow the help text given below over here. Just go to your Signwell account and on the right side, click on the settings option over here. After coming to the settings page from the left sidebar, go to API and click on this Create an API key button. After selecting this, here you can see that the API key of your Signwell account. Just copy it from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting the API key, here we have to enter the domain. So to get the domain, just get back to Signwell account and here you can see the domain of your Signwell account in the URL section. Just copy this domain from here, come back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after pasting this, just click on Save. And as we click on Save, we will see our Signwell account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, there is an important note. Let's read it. You can filter a specific event by the value of the event type field in response data. Example, document sent, document viewed, document signed. So here guys, using this trigger event, Pabbly Connect will capture the data or Signwell will send the data of an event to Pabbly Connect for each and every event. Like whenever we create a document in Signwell, we will get that data in Pabbly Connect. If we send a document, if the document is viewed by the user, we will get that data as well. And also if the user has signed the document, we will get the data for each and every event. But just in case, if you want to set up an automation workflow for any particular event only, then you can add a filter in the next step and add the filter condition in the response named as event type. So here guys, before doing that, first let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, it has changed to Waiting for Response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some data, some response or capture some event response from Signwell. So let's do this. We will go to Signwell and we are going to perform an event over here. Let's say I'm going to create a document. So I will just click on Add Your First Document, go to Upload Document, and I'm going to upload a document over here. I have this document named as Offer Letter. Let's upload it. As we upload this document, let's click on Continue. And then here we have to enter the details of the user to whom we are going to send this document. For example, I'm going to send this document to the person named as demo user, and this is the email address of that particular person. Click on Prepare. So as we click on Prepare, once again we'll come to Pabbly Connect, and then here you can see that in Pabbly Connect just now we have received some response. In this response, guys, you can see the event type is document created. Like we have received this response for this event that is document created. Just now we have created this document in our Signwell account, and then here you can see that after creating this document, Pabbly Connect has captured the response, received the details of the document as well over here. After this, what we have to do, we have to just click on this recapture webhook response button once again as well. But here in this response, what we can see the event, we can see the date and time in timestamp, that at what date and time this event has occurred. Then we will scroll down. Then here you can see the subject line of this document over here. Then you can see the status. The status is draft. We haven't completely created or sent this document for signature to the user using Signwell. That's why here you can see the status is draft. Then here you can see the requester email address, means the email address of our Signwell account. We will scroll down further. Then you can see the name and email address of the person to whom we were sending the document, like the recipient's name and email address. And you can see the name of the document. Then here you can see the message and all the other details regarding this. So as we create a document, Pabbly Connect has captured the response. Then after this, what we wanted to do, we wanted to add these details. We want to add this responses, this event details to Google Sheet. But before doing that, let's recapture this webhook response once again and check it. Click on this recapture webhook response button, and this time just I'm going to add a signature field over here. Just add it, and then I'm going to send this document. Click on send document. This is the message which I'm going to send, and click on send. Okay, so just now this document is being sent for signature to a person named as demo user on their email address which they have entered. Now here guys, after this what we have to do, we will get back to Pabbly Connect. In Pabbly Connect, once again we have received the response. This time the event type is document sent. We have received this data, we have received this response from Signwell inside Pabbly Connect for the event that a document has been sent. Here you can see the date and time, the timestamp, that at what timestamp this document was sent. Then we will scroll down. Here you can see the same message using which we have sent the document. Here you can see the status. Then after that we will scroll down. You can see our email address. Then we will scroll down further. You can see the name of the recipient and the email address to whom we have sent this document. You can see the name of the document which we have entered and all the other details. So in this way, for each and every event, we are going to get the data. We are going to get the response from Signwell inside Pabbly Connect. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to add all of these details, all of this captured response of an event from Signwell to Google Sheet as a new row. So here in our Google Sheet, I have created this complete table over here. Here in this Google Sheet, I have added a column for date and time, that at what date and time that event has occurred. Then we have the event type, like what is the event type for which we have received the response. We have the signer's name, like to whom we have sent this document to sign. We have their email address field. We are going to add the subject as well. So here we have the subject line of the email which we have entered while sending the document. We can add that too. We are going to add the status. So the status was sent. So we are going to add the status as well. And at last, we are also going to add the name of the document as well. That what is the name of the document which we have sent to the users. So these are some basic details I want to add into the Google Sheet every time an event occurs in Signwell. Now to add these details using this Pabbly Connect automation, what we have to do, in our workflow, we just have to scroll down, come to our action window. And here in Choose App, search for Google Sheets. Just select it. And then in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Add New Row. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. So to make this connection, click on this Sign In with Google button. And after that, select your Google Sheets account in which you want to add these details. Then just scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. That in the drop-down, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account. And out of all of this, I have created this spreadsheet named as Signwell Events. In this particular spreadsheet, I wanted to add the details of each and every event that is occurring in Signwell. So from this drop-down, we have to select that particular spreadsheet. After selecting the spreadsheet, we have to select the sheet. So in this spreadsheet, right now I have only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That is why in Pabbly Connect, in this drop-down, you can see only one sheet in Sheet 1. If you have created multiple sheets in this Google spreadsheet, then from this drop down, you have to select that in which particular sheet you want to add these new rows. Then after this, it is asking us for the date and time, that what is the date and time at which this event happened in Signwell. So here guys, we have received the response of date and time over here in Pabbly Connect in this trigger window. So here you can see the date and time as data object updated at. And this is the date and time at which this event was last updated. But this date and time format is in pretty complex format. We have year, month, date, then we have T, then we have hours, minutes, and seconds. So this date and time format is in pretty complex format, and also the time zone over here is in UTC time zone. We have received the date and time of happening of this event or updation of this event in UTC time zone. So what we can do, we can change the format and the time zone of this date and time of this event as well. Now to do this, just scroll down. Before this Google Sheets tab, click on this Add Actions tab button. And then here in Choose App, search for a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called Date Time Formatter. Just search for it and select it. After selecting Date Time Formatter in Action Event from the drop-down, select Format Date with Time Zone. Click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, the first thing it asks us is the date. That what is the date and time response, whose format and time zone we want to change. So we have received the date and time response from Signwell in the trigger window. Here is it is. So we have to basically map this same response over here in this field of date. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Signwell of an event being captured. Then after all of this, out of all of this, just select this updated date and time, and it will be mapped. Then it is asking us from format. So in this drop down, we have to select the from format, that in which format this date and time is present right now. So we are going to select this format over here. Then it is asking us to format, that in which particular format we want to change this date and time into. So I want to change this date and time into this particular format of day, month, year, hours, minutes, and seconds, and we have the time in AM and PM. So I want to select this particular format. If you want, from this drop down, you can select any other format as well of your choice. Then in from time zone, as I told you, we get this response according to UTC time zone. So select UTC, and in two time zones, select Asia Kolkata over here. Like here, I'm in India, and in India, we follow the Asia Kolkata time zone. That's why I've selected two time zone as Asia Kolkata. You can select any other time zone according to your choice from the drop down. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received this response. And in this response, you can see this same date and time at which this event was last updated into this pretty simple format. 29th of April 2023, 1:50 PM, this is the date and time. Now what we have to do, we have to send the same date and time to Google Sheet. So we'll just scroll down and we are going to map this data over here. But while we click here in this drop down, you can't see any data to map. Now, because we have added a new step before this Google Sheets step, we have added a new data, we just have to reconnect our Google Sheets accounts once. Just click on Connect, select the existing connection, and click on Save. And after clicking on Save, here we will scroll down, come to this date and time field, just click here, and from the drop down from date time formatter responses, select this response and map it. So here guys, in this Google Sheet Actions tab, all the column of data which I have created in this particular sheet, you can see a list of all the columns of data over here as fields. So one by one, we have to map their respective data over here. After mapping the date and time, we have to map the event type. So from Signwell responses, we have received the event type, that for which event type we have received this response, what event has happened. So we are going to map this response of event type over here in this field. Just click here. And from the drop down from Signwell responses, select the response of event type and map it. Then we have to map the name of the signer. So just click here. From the drop down, select the response of signer name and map it. Then after this, just click here. From the drop down from Signwell responses, map the email address of the signer. Then we have to map the subject line of the email which we have selected. This is the subject line. Then let's map the status. Just click here. And from the drop down, select the status over here. Let's search for it. Here it is. And at last, the name of the document which we have sent for signature. So we have received that response as well. Here it is. Just map it. So in this way, if you want to add some other details, you just have to create the column for that data into the Google Sheet, and you will see that field over here in this Pabbly Connect Actions tab. and then you just have to map the respective data over there. After mapping all of these details in their respective fields, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, this data is basically been added as a new row in Google Sheet. So let's check it. We will go to our Google Sheet, and yes guys, here you can see that in this Google Sheet, all the data of the most recent event that has happened in our Signwell account has been added as a new row over here. Here you can see the same details. You can see the same date and time at which that event has happened. You can see the event type, signer name, signer email, subject line, the status, and the document name as well, for which this event has happened. This means the automation which we have created between Signwell and Google Sheet using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever an event is going to happen in our Signwell account, whenever either we are going to create a document, we are going to send it, the document is viewed, or the document is signed by the user, for each and every event, we are going to get the data in Pabbly Connect, and using this automation, automatically we are going to add a new row of data for that particular event in our Google Sheet. And we are going to create a complete record over here. Now guys, after setting up this automation, let's test it. Last time what we have done, we have just sent the document to a user. Now what we are going to do, we are going to just open and sign that particular document on that user's behalf. So we'll just go to a new tab, open Gmail, and we are going to open the Gmail account of the user to whom we have sent the document. So from this drop down, I'll just go to all mails, and here it is. So this is the particular document over here. Now when I click on this view and complete document button, the document is being viewed by the person to whom we have sent it. And for that as well, we are going to capture the response. In our Google Sheet, we will see just now a new row of data is added. And the date and time is the exact date and time when we have opened this document. As you can see, it is 2:07 p.m. on 29th of April. The event type is document viewed. For this particular event, we have received the data. The name of the signer to whom we have sent the document, and then the email address. We have the subject line, status that is viewed, and the name of the document as well. Now after this, let's test it once again. I'll just click to start, and I'm going to sign this document. So I'm just going to sign it and click on agree and finish. Now as we click on agree and finish, the user to whom we have sent the document for signature has signed the document. And here in Google Sheet, you will get the response for the same as well, that the document has been signed and also the document has been completed over here. So in this way, for each and every event that is going to happen in our Signwell account, we are going to add a new row of data over here in this Google Sheet with all the details. So we have tested this automation in real time, and this automation is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down to your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.